So I have not filmed in quite a while, so this feels a little weird to me right now, but I've been wanting to film for a pretty long time, but due to school hasn't been that easy to put everything under one blanket, you know, it just hasn't been working out. And yeah, so today I wanted to show you what I consider to be a fresh spring makeup look. And when I think of spring, I think of a lot of pastel colors, which is one of the reasons why I have this pastel shirt on, first and foremost. But these like beaded necklaces, bracelets, and rings, I don't know, there's just something about spring and Easter that seems playful to me in terms of color. I wanted to create a makeup look that kind of incorporates that, but a very, very, very minimal one, so it's nothing crazy. What actually gave me the inspiration to do this video is this little palette from e.l.f. I was just browsing around my drugstore one day, actually right after writing an exam, and I thought I did so well, so I kind of splurged on myself and I ended up not even passing. So that is very unfortunate, and I have to rewrite that exam in 2 weeks, so fingers crossed for me. I saw this little palette and I heard a lot of good things about e.l.f. little quads, and this color in particular was very new and I had not seen it, and it is the Melted Mint or something. That little guy inspired this entire makeup look, the entire idea of it. So this is all drugstore makeup or affordable makeup, so if you're on a budget, you can probably pick 1 or 2 pieces out of here. I also use pretty affordable brushes, like most of these brushes in here are from BH Cosmetics. You can get them in the drugstore or online. Mine in particular that I like to use are from a Rose Quartz collection that I don't think is available any longer, but BH has so many brushes, you'll be able to find something. It doesn't have to be this collection. So we're going to start off with the skin, and I'm going to use the L'Oreal Skin Paradise Tinted Water Cream. To switch the lighting a little bit because the sun is peeking out, so natural lighting is so unpredictable. Oh my holy. I like to use this product with my fingers because it is a water cream, so I wouldn't recommend you to go in with a sponge, probably because it's going to soak up a lot of the product. And when I used it with my flat foundation brush, which I usually like for anything, it didn't look as nice as I had wished. It has a very gel-like consistency, so it blends like a dream. Really enjoy this product. It's super natural. It's kind of glowy, but not too much. You can definitely set it with a powder if you wish, but I don't. Going in with concealer, I'm using my Catrice Camouflage concealer, and I like to apply just a little bit underneath my eyes first and blending it out with the flat foundation brush now. I used to only use my fingers, and then I bought this brush because it was so inexpensive. It was like $4. And ever since, I have been using this brush to blend out the concealer. It has been looking just way better than when I use my fingers, which is cool. I don't want to give the concealer any chance to dry, which is exactly why I would first put it on the under eye, and then if I need, like I'm doing right now, I would conceal some extra areas. I like a flat foundation brush because I do blend it out like so. Let's say I'm using a different BB cream. I do like to sometimes do a little bit of a swipey motion, but what I love the most about it, I like that you can like pat it in. Not so much a fan of buffing brushes because I feel like it creates a lot of friction on your face when you're moving your brush back and forth, especially if you have sensitive skin. I would highly recommend you to stay away from buffing brushes, which is why I think sponges or flat foundation brushes where you pat it into your skin like I did on the under eye, I think that is the best way, first of all, to get good coverage, and second of all, just to not irritate your skin as much. Now I'm going to set my eyelids. At the same time, it's going to give my lashes a little bit more something, so they'll look a little thicker once we put mascara on. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you what I'm using. I'm using the Catrice Prime and Fine mattifying powder, which I've had for a while. Bronze, I'm using the Catrice Sun Glow Bronzing Powder. Looks like this. It's a baked bronzer, which I really enjoy. Don't ever contour. I feel so weird if I do. I feel like it's a makeup technique that makes me look old. I feel like I already have like cheekbones, so I don't like to emphasize them. That's that for bronzer. Full blusher from the Sam, and it's in the shade Rose Ribbon, and it's super pretty. Like, first of all, the packaging is so pretty. It's just so minimalistic. This is a super duper pigmented blush. You have to be so careful and take like the smallest amount, because this, you'll see. I'll swatch it for you and you'll see. So I'm picking up a little bit on my brush and very lightly going to apply it to my cheeks. I'm just so sorry that the lighting keeps on changing, but the sun is really testing me today, and I am not appreciating that at all. As you can see, I don't do this motion that a lot of people do. I prefer to just stamp it on. My face does not get irritated. Now we're going to go into highlighter, which I'm so excited about because this is one of my favorite highlighters from the drugstore, and it is from Catrice. It's the Luminice Highlight and Bronze Glow Palette. At the drugstore, a lot of highlighters, either they are my skin tone, but they are like, they don't show, or they're way too dark. I'm so fair. So this palette is great. It's like $6, so you get 3 in 1. You can use this as a bronzer or eyeshadow. Completely depends on you. I only apply this on my nose and Cupid's bow. I don't apply anything on my cheek. I just don't like how it looks because sometimes I do have texture, so I rather not apply highlighter there. Going to move on to eyeshadow, the actual star of the show. I'm just quickly going to go over with this powder brush again, just, you know, in case there is any creasing. Take a fluffy crease brush, nothing special. You've seen this probably everywhere. And I'm going to take the lighter brown shade and start to blend that into my crease and outer corner. Just insert the review kind of in here. So I was really not expecting a lot. It was very inexpensive. It was like $4, so I was like, even if it doesn't work, it's okay. So I just bought it. I heard great things about the bite-sized eyeshadows from e.l.f. So this is kind of it, but in a different shade. And I was impressed, to say the least. Very, very impressed. I had heard that the shadows are a little bit more powdery, but I actually don't mind that because it makes blending just way easier. Like, I'm not pro at blending, and these just blend out so easily on my eyes. So I was super happy about that. Ultimate plus point for me, the blend on these. So if you don't like a very powdery shadow, maybe skip this. But if you want something that will therefore blend very well, these are great. I don't know, I just feel like it's almost impossible to get this to look not good because it just blends itself out so easily. I love it. But here comes the point where I did expect a little bit of something different from this palette. I thought that these two shimmer shadows were actually like very metallic, but they are more so like a topper. They're a little bit more sheer. They're almost like those highlighters that you put on that only reflect color once light hits them. So I was a little bit disappointed at first, but I quickly changed my mind, like real quick, because I realized that is actually what I prefer. I like that since it's a little bit more sheer, this mint color doesn't look overboard on the eyes. It is just like the softest green sheen ever, and I love it because of that. So I'm going in with the champagne color first. Now I'm going in with the mint color, and I'm only going to be applying it right along my lash line on the inner part of my eye. So that's going to really just give it a little bit of a mint sheen, and I've noticed how great mint colors actually look on light brown eyes. That's as much mint as it'll get. I'm going to line my upper lash line. I'm gonna use my Maybelline tattoo liner in the brown shade, and I'll just do a very messy liner actually. Reason why I do it a little bit messily first is because now I'm going in with an angled brush, and I'm going to use the dark brown color to blend out the eyeliner and make it more of a soft look. Mascara, and I'm using the L'Oreal Double Extension Waterproof Mascara. It's like a dual-sided one. I'm not going to use the white one today because I don't feel like it. But this is such a good mascara. I can only use waterproof mascaras because everything else makes my lashes droop down. I don't ever apply anything on my lower lash line. I just hate it. I only have 2 steps left, which is brows and the lips, and we're done. Finally. I feel like I have been talking for way too long. For my brows, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Brow Artist Expert. Looks like these. And I have the shade Brunette. I'm impressed by this because it comes very close to my beloved Etude House Drawing Eyebrow Pencil. But this one, the color is also just so great, and it's more accessible for me because Etude House I usually have to get on YesStyle. Just like this. The sand blush, it's also from YesStyle, so it is inexpensive, but you probably can't get it at your drugstore. Unless you're from Asia, then that's probably a different story. One is accessible to me, and the color is great. I have struggled with very warm-toned reddish kind of pencils, and this one is not like that. I already brushed my brows up, and now I'm just going to fill them in how I usually would. Another thing I love about this brow pencil is that it's actually not too pigmented. That's another thing I never really liked about Western brow pencils, I would say, or brow products. They are very pigmented, and I know a lot of people, they like a very strong pigmented brow and they want their products to be pigmented so it's easier and faster for them. I would usually also apply a brow mascara. So I'm going to do that. And the one I enjoy using is also super inexpensive, and it is from Essence, is the Make Me Brow. And I have the shade Brownie Brows. I love this. It just does what it's supposed to do. Like, it makes my brows just look a little bit fuller, gives them a little bit color, but it doesn't like hairspray them down, which I know a lot of people want that, but I don't want that feeling on my brows. So I want my brows to be natural feeling, you know, not looking completely crazy, so that is why I love this product. Now for lips, I didn't want to use anything nude. I have like the pink cheeks, so I thought something pink on the lips would be a very good idea. And I think like the best pink lipstick for spring is this from L'Oreal. So much L'Oreal going on here, oh my god. This was not intended, and it is the Color Riche matte lipstick in the shade Pink Porter. For me, this is literally what I consider to be a spring pink. I'm gonna swipe this on. I'm going to dab it on. It's much more my style. So I like to dab it all over my lips first, and then I like to concentrate a little bit more on the inner part to create a very natural gradient lip. Blend with my pinky my lip line. So it looks fuller and blotted almost. And I said this was the last step, but we're going to do one more step, and that is going to go in with the highlighter, the very light shade. It's so light. And we are just going to pop that on the inner corner to bring some light in there. Also apply some more on my cupid's bow. And guys, this is it. That is the look. This is what I consider to be a fresh spring makeup look. Some people it may be too much, for some people it may be too little, and that is completely fine because that is where the beauty of makeup lays. We can all adjust it to our own preferences, and this is my preference. Thank you so much for stopping by, taking your time out of your day to watch this video. I really, really appreciate it. I hope to see you on my next video. Bye bye!